We have been told for decades that sugar ruins our health. But there is a silent biological process happening right inside your kitchen that is far more dangerous to your longevity. And it has nothing to do with eating dessert. Millions of health-conscious adults over 50 meticulously cut back on processed sweets, monitor their glucose levels, and choose lean, healthy proteins. Yet, they still find themselves suffering from mysteriously stiff joints, dulling skin, and hardening arteries. The tragic misunderstanding is that we are focusing entirely on the ingredients on our plate while remaining completely blind to how the heat of our stoves transforms those pristine ingredients into age-accelerating toxins. When you roast, grill, or air-fry healthy foods under dry, high-heat conditions, you trigger a destructive chemical reaction that alters the molecular structure of your food before it ever touches your lips. This video pulls back the curtain on the hidden root cause of structural aging, known as the glycation trap. We will expose how modern cooking methods create cellular super-toxins that literally caramelize your tissues from the inside out, while providing you with an immediate, zero-cost kitchen solution to completely neutralize the damage. If you want to stop guessing about your health and anchor your longevity journey in real peer-reviewed clinical science, take a quick moment to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the human body's complex cellular defenses. To understand how the glycation trap functions, we must look at a fundamental chemical process called the Maillard reaction. This occurs when the reducing sugars in food bind non-enzymatically to proteins or fats under intense heat. While this reaction is celebrated by culinary chefs for producing the beautiful golden brown crust on a seared steak or the crispy skin on roasted poultry, it creates a massive biological hazard for your body. During this intense browning process, highly unstable, irreversible compounds are formed. Medical science calls them advanced glycation end products, or appropriately abbreviated as AGEs. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association meticulously analyzed the AGE content of hundreds of common foods. It validated that heat processing is the absolute primary driver of these toxins. The researchers discovered that while our bodies naturally create some AGEs over time, the exogenous AGEs introduced through our diets vastly accelerate the aging pool. When these dietary toxins are digested, they do not simply pass through us. They enter our bloodstream and bind directly to our longest-lasting structural proteins, with the primary victim being collagen. Collagen acts as the vital biological scaffolding for your entire physical structure. It keeps your skin elastic, your arteries flexible, and your joint cartilage smooth and shock absorbent. When toxic AGEs flood your system, they act exactly like liquid superglue or a harsh chemical varnish spilled over a bundle of flexible rubber bands. They form abnormal cross-links between your pristine collagen fibers, making them highly brittle, rigid, and prone to microscopic cracking. This internal caramelization is the true hidden mechanism behind why your knees and lower back might feel intensely stiff in the morning, or why your skin loses its structural bounce despite using expensive topical creams. The damage penetrates far deeper than cosmetic wrinkles. The hardening of collagen within your arterial walls drastically impairs blood flow and elevates cardiovascular risks. A rigorous clinical trial published in the journal Frontiers in Nutrition in 2026 confirmed that a high dietary intake of these high-heat cooked glycotoxins significantly worsens systemic inflammation. It increases oxidative stress and elevates the risk of metabolic disturbances like type 2 diabetes by over 40%. The true trap lies in how dramatically a single cooking choice can alter the toxin profile of an otherwise perfect meal. Many people passionately believe that avoiding fried fast food is enough to shield them from cellular damage. However, the science reveals that cooking temperature and moisture levels matter just as much as ingredient quality. A high-protein processing model system published in recent food safety research demonstrated that dry heat methods promote new glycotoxin formation by 10-fold to over 100-fold compared to the uncooked or water-boiled state of the exact same food item. For instance, a pristine raw chicken breast contains a relatively modest baseline of roughly 1,000 AGE units. If you poach or stew that chicken breast in water at a boiling temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, the moisture keeps the temperature low enough to prevent the destructive Maillard reaction. This keeps the glycotoxin level perfectly safe. However, if you take that identical piece of chicken, season it without moisture, and place it onto a dry outdoor grill, a roaring air fryer, or a scorching oven broiler at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, the chemical structure undergoes a cataclysmic shift. The toxic age count skyrockets to over 9,000 units in mere minutes. Seniors frequently go wrong by assuming that modern appliances like air fryers are inherently healthy because they bypass the need for cooking oil. In reality, the rapid circulating dry heat of an air fryer strips away the moisture matrix of the protein. This accelerates the dangerous binding of sugars to amino acids and creates an absolute hotspot for advanced glycation end products. Over years of daily cooking, this constant influx of heat-damaged proteins overwhelms the body's natural cellular cleanup mechanisms. This leads to an undeniable state of chronic age-related inflammation that scientists now formally refer to as inflammaging. Fortunately, escaping the glycation trap does not mean you are forced to eat a lifetime of bland, unappealing boiled food. The ultimate solution lies in a beautifully simple, cost-free chemistry hack that completely disrupts the Maillard reaction at the molecular level before you ever turn on your stove. Landmark laboratory trials funded by the National Institutes of Health established that the formation of new glycotoxins during high-heat cooking can be profoundly suppressed by introducing an acidic environment. When you marinate your meats, fish, or poultry in a highly acidic liquid, such as fresh lemon juice, lime juice, or apple cider vinegar, for just 30 to 60 minutes before cooking, the low pH level completely shifts the electrical charge of the amino acids. This acidic barrier prevents the reducing sugars from successfully binding to the protein molecules, effectively neutralizing the glycation process. Furthermore, utilizing natural citrus juices like lemon juice introduces powerful dietary antioxidants, including high doses of vitamin C. These actively stabilize reactive dicarbonyl compounds and shield the food matrix from severe oxidative heat damage. The research data proved that this quick marination technique slashes the final accumulation of toxic AGEs by up to 50%, even if you still choose to roast or lightly grill your food. Combining this simple acid hack with a conscious shift toward moist heat cooking methods such as braising, steaming, or using a slow cooker where the water molecules physically block the temperature from exceeding the boiling point allows you to enjoy deeply flavorful meals. Most importantly, it allows you to completely safeguard your joints, skin, and arteries from the silent, destructive grip of cellular caramelization.